Love is a beautiful thing. To love you is a gift from above. Love is a beautiful thing. I will love you to the end of the world. For better, for worse, till death do us part. Love, love, love. Kwa Maisha ya Ndoa.
Well, different people get married for different reasons. There are people who get married for fame, for riches. Well, just because they feel that age is catching up with them. But there's a certain group of people who know the Lord who get married because they know it is in the purpose and the will of God for them to get married to that very specific person or spouse. Together with us, ndani ya Maisha ya Ndoa, is one very lovely couple of Mr. and Mrs. Kirui. And if you know them, you can call them Philip and Winnie Kirui, who will tell us the journey of their marriage. Maisha ya Ndoa rolling right here on MBCI television. My good names are Super Waroi, and I am so glad that you tuned in. Well, their story will baffle you because through it all, they've decided to have fun, to minister, and to go along with what God wants in their lives. Is that the same story with you? Ama kuna mambo mawili matatu ambayo yamekudiscourage hata ukafika mahali karibu inue mikono juu useme ndoa mimi ninaiacha sasa? Well, for them, that is not their story. And we decree and declare it will never be. Mr. and Mrs. Kirui, karibuni sana ndani ya Maisha ya Ndoa.
Thank you, thank you.
Yani tu vile mimi niliingia hapa, nilijizo vitenge zimematch. Please someone, producer, zoom in.
Yeah.
Her skirt is his shirt.
Thank you, thank you.
You're looking awesome.
Asante, asante.
Yes, thank you for taking your time to come here. Na vile vile for taking your time to match.
Yeah.
To mix and match.
We didn't want to let you down.
Hey, you guys, I should have worn something yellow. Well, lesson for next time. Yellow na pink inaitwa color blocking.
Yeah, okay.
Tutakueducate usijali.
Maze, I'm humbled. Acha ndajifunza tu pole pole.
Sawa, karibu sana Mr. Kirui.
Yeah.
Yes, nice having you ndani ya Maisha ya Ndoa.
Glad to be here. Tumefurahi sana. Actually, we are really humbled. We don't take it for granted that you saw it fit that maybe we also come and basically just share about ourselves and be an encouragement to other couples out there. And wow, it's awesome to be hapa.
Karibu sana. Yes, Madam.
Yes.
Your Highness.
The
Queen.
When you're youth, they used to call us First Lady.
But Her Excellency, the First Lady.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here and I'm feeling blessed already.
Karibu sana. Uliokokea wapi ama uliokoka vipi?
Wow, super. My journey to salvation was a dramatic one. I know there are many dramatic ones out there.
Yes.
But my journey to salvation came a little bit different. Sasa mimi nilikuwa nenda kanisani kama vijana wengine wote. Mama wangu ni mama wa church.
Kwa hivyo ni wale watu wa kupray kabisa.
Mimi nakwambia yeye zile urabasaika. She is a prayerful woman.
Wow, prayer warrior.
Prayer warrior. And she was actually a blessing to us. Sababu yeye alikuwa a housewife na baba yangu alikuwa anafanya kazi mbali. Yeye alikuwa anafanya kazi away. Kwa hivyo mama alikuwa kama baba na mama kwa muda sana. Or like we see our dad after maybe 2 weeks and mambo kama yale. Kwa hivyo mimi nilikuwa kama wale vijana wengine ndio tulienda kanisani lakini pia nilikuwa na my other life.
So you are a party person?
I was a party person. I was a party person.
Ulikuwa wapi? Nataka kuniambia ulikuwa wapi ukiokoka?
Okay, sawa. I hope lakini sasa nitomea picha kwa sababu ile
no,
picha
you're encouraging someone who's watching us
okay,
and they're in that kind of life. Wanashangaa mimi siwezi okoka.
Mimi nilikuwa dancer. Na
Sorry?
Nilikuwa dancer. I remember wakati nilikuwa high school, up to end of high school, I knew that my life was going to take a different turn, entertainment. Na nakumbuka tumefanya kazi hata na kina Red Sun.
Wow.
Red Sun, yeah.
So you are like wale watu wa break dance.
Alikuwa na break dance vitu kama hizo. I remember hata the first time he came to Nakuru, you among tulipanga kwa akuje.
So you are a dancer for Red Sun.
Yeah.
And the likes of
akina Isa, kabla Isa wakati alikuwa anakufa. Dimples, tulikuwa Dimples that time. Unajua wengine watashangaa. tulikuwa dimples wakati huo.
No, you are an encouragement to some young
Yes,
person who's
yes.
thinking, what?
Yeah,
God can
yeah.
turn my life around.
Yeah.
So ukiwa pale in the club,
Yeah.
what happens?
Yale mambo nilikuwa naona tunafanya, as much as nilikuwa na have fun, kuna ile prayer of my mother, ile maombi ya mama yangu,
Oh my God.
ilikuwa inanisumbuaga sana.
Ehe.
Sababu yeye alikuwa anaomba na anataja by name.
Ehe.
Hata kama
Philip.
Yes, Philip. Anaita hao mandugu zangu wote tulikuwa natajwa by name.
Ehe.
So ulikuwa unapega pale unakumbuka, mama alinitaja leo asubuhi hata kama
nina break dance hapa.
Yes. And nikaendelea church. I was not very active. Lakini wakati mmoja nilikuwa pale Dimples. That's why nasema mimi my salvation was a dramatic one. Nikiwa pale Dimples. Okay, wale vijana tulikuwa tumesoma nao high school. Wamekuja pale tume have party. Walikuwa wanajua kikuja Nakuru County. Philip ndio kusema. Mimi ndio niko scout
Una show the newest joints.
Kuenda. Wao kazi yao ilikuwa kutafuta pesa, mimi nawapeleka mahali.
Wacha.
Hiyo ndio kazi yangu. Na this day tukaenda pale Dimples. Wamekuja pale, nilikuwa na change, hata mzazi wangu alikuwa hakuwa ananijua vizuri. Kwa sababu yes, navaa tu longi vizuri tu jeans, lakini wakifika hivi nachukua those days tulikuwa navaa zile Ndoa Mustafa. Zile kuna vitambaa tu kwenda Mustafa zile. Unaweka stud yako hapa na vaa miwani, I become a totally different person.
Oh my goodness. The ones that used to flow like this, ni kama bandana.
Hizo bandana alafu unavaa cape hivi, unavaa miwani, unaweka stud yako, utafikiri nimetoka Nairobi.
Hey.
Jana mtani tu. Nina pale, I take them out and lakini this day in Dimples, me I had a different, that was in 2022.
202?
202.
Yes.
202. Around 202 there. Hapo ndio nilipata conviction kwa sababu nilikuwa pale club. Alafu hii wimbo ya kuna dawa. Esther Wahome ulifanya kazi.
So it started playing in the club.
Yeah,
you get convicted.
I get convicted. No, ziko pale hivi kuna dawa. You know. Napeleka watu even that day I didn't take any alcohol. Nilikuwa on soft drink. And then I'm thinking like, hii wimbo by then naongea kuhusu nini? Alafu zile mistari unajua club pale unakuja tu place kuna dawa, mna katika alafu don't scare their stories. Lakini baadaye nikaanza kujiuliza maswali kadhaa, zile struggles nimekuwa nazo. Alafu nikakumbuka wale majamaa tumekuwa nao ambao wamedai. The guys already passed on. Kukufa tu yani just like die like a, you know,
like almost, you could say almost like your life was meaningless.
Like your life was meaningless.
And at that point you get convicted and you decide to give your life to Christ. What happens?
What happens, I became nika break down, nikatoka hapo nikaambia mabest yangu niaje guys, me I want to go home. Wakaniambia Philip, we can't come all the way. Alafu useme wewe hutaki kuendelea mpaka asubuhi. So wakan release, nikatembea kutoka club. Home ilikuwa mbali Shabe kule. Nikatembea usiku saa 9 usiku na kulikuwa kubaya sana. I told God, me ukifikia home, I'll change my story. And kafika pale, nilifika tu hivi Keja, kwanza nikaruka fence, nikaingia Keja. Watu wamelala home, wanajua kijana wao wamelala kama kawaida. Wazazi just because mtoto ameenda kulala,
it doesn't mean amelala.
Ameenda kulala. Ukishangorota wametoka wanaruka gate.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we did those things. Mambo za fegi nini. Na nilikuwa nakunywa sana, I used to drink.
But God broke that bondage.
It broke that bondage. I fell there, nikaanguka chini kwa my carpet and I cried. Nilicry mpaka in the next day saa 2. Na after hapo my journey changed. I went to church and
it's happening in your church.
Just,
awesome. Back to you.
Yes.
You became at one point the group leader.
Yeah, I was a team leader.
A team leader for the dance group.
Yeah. And
yes.
even the youth. Yeah,
and even the youth. So God kept on lifting you. So there was an evident call of God over your lives.
Very true.
Sawa, when she joins in, do you start dating immediately?
Not really. Not really. We became friends. In fact,
for how long? Just friends?
For like around 3 years.
Oh, so just good friends.
Mabeste tu yani tukakuwa tight. We are doing our ministry, traveling to different towns. Like tukakuwa tight.
And at what point then did you realize, dada nye kuna vile after 3 years now?
Okay, by the way, from the first day kwanza, mimi nilimwona hivi nikajua hapa kuna
potential.
Hapa kuna potential.
#manenos.
#manenos. I knew hapa by the way because she's well amelelewa vizuri, hata dressing ilikuwa poa. In fact nilimapproach yeye, alikuwa na yeye na sister yake na mama yake. I didn't know huyu ni mama yake. Nikamwambia niaje simkuje youth.
Oh, even the mom.
Yes. Yeah, nikamwambia simkuje youth. So the mom also look young. So wakacheka tu, I didn't know why they laughed. Later on I came to know kumbe she was going to be my mother-in-law.
So just going to be a dancer.
So in the 3 years tukafanya ministry. I became so close to her. I started opening my heart to her, telling her my background.
Wow, and so you started sharing so much.
So much.
Your visions, nini.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So at what point do you propose to her? After how many years?
After 3 years.
After 3 years?
Yes.
And you get into a relationship?
Yes.
And then you begin to date. For how many years did you date?
For another 3 years, of close to 4 years. Yeah, because that was 2005, then you got married in 2010.
Wow, so you dated for another 5 years?
But we broke at some point.
You broke at some point. Very interesting. We have to hear that one just before we go for the break.
Yes.
What made you break? Maybe a few more minutes before you go for the break. What caused the breakup? Who's going to say that?
Because for our breakup was our friends.
Okay.
Yeah, our friends.
Hey, marafiki.
Marafiki. Ladies should be very careful with keeping your friends close to your guy. You know, he was a youth leader. So in that, so he was very... alikuwa watu anaingia na watu sana. So some ladies ni kama walikuwa na misinterpret. Akileta ubeshte ama akiwa close nao wanafikiri ni kama anawakatia. So there was this one lady who thought now Philip is supposed to be the guy. So it's like alikuwa anainterfere sana with our relationship. Unakuta sasa ile siku ni kama anajieka tu hapo. Nikikuja tu naambiwa this lady alikuwa na Philip time, alikuwa na yani utajua kabisa huyu akifuata chali yako
a lady atajua kabisa.
Atajua instincts kabisa. So in the course of that again I had to go to Uganda for my degree.
For how long?
I had gone for 2 years. I went for 2 years to
So during your study in Uganda, that's when you officially now broke up.
Sasa yeah.
For how long was the breakup?
1 year.
One whole year.
One whole year.
Na ulipata mtu kule?
Of course.
Enyewe.
Yeah, because I know I was hurting.
Yes.
So I wanted Ashola to lean on. Kutoa machozi kwake.
So I sababu sasa umeshaona Philip ni kama akona mpango ya kando hivi.
Me just told him ni kama you know what I saw is like he's not fighting for me. Nikamwambia kwani I'm going to fight for this relationship. So fanya hivi, me I didn't tell him I'm breaking up. I just told him I'm giving you time. You move on with that lady if you want. Do whatever you want. Lakini me I'm moving on with my life because even many hurts.
And Philip,
yes.
What happened after she left?
I was surprised one day. There's a text she sent me akaniambia, Philip, don't mind. Hata kama uli lose Winnie, you cannot lose both of us.
And so that's when you realized.
I'm like, wait a minute. What is happening here?
So at that point you realized she's interested in you?
That's when I realized kumbe she's interested in. Na akasema enyewe she's ready for it. I'm like,
and I used to warn him. I noticed kitambo. You know, as ladies we notice.
Yes.
And they don't. Yeah.
So ulikuwa unafikiri ni rafiki tu?
Mimi nilikuwa nafikiri ni ubeste tu.
Na wewe ulikuwa ushaona?
Mimi niliona kitambo.
Ukajanjaruka ukaenda Uganda.
Hata sio hivyo. Hata before I went.
Alikuwa anapatia story.
I used to see.
You could feel
Namwambia keep off this lady. Keep off this lady. Kama yeye alikuwa anaonekana mimi I'm coming up with my own
imaginations.
So I think he noticed it later.
So I decided. I became bitter about her. Nikasema why I'm a judge.
But when the lady sent the text, you realized it was true.
It was true, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in fact, that's actually a word out there for ladies. And don't let your friends, ladies, your friends to be so close to your guy, to your husband. And this actually happen even in marriage. There is this philosophy, actually they say that a man, mimi nikiwa kama Winnie ni my sweetheart. I normally go and tell my friends, by then my wife is very good, virtuous woman. And men normally say, I want a lady like Winnie.
Kwa hivyo pale interest inaanza.
Yeah, no, men say, I want a woman like Winnie. But ladies, when you take your stories, your hubby to your other girlfriends, they don't say I want a guy like Philip. They say I want him.
Wait, end there. Short break. We'll be right back. They say I want him. Now you got to know how to protect your him. I am Maisha and Ndoa rolling right here. When we come back, they will tell you how they're enjoying themselves despite something that they are going through. I won't tell you what it is. And they've decided to shove it aside, to enjoy themselves right in the presence of God and to make their bond stronger. It could be the very same thing that is making you cry and feel so sad and despise your life. It just depends on how you face a challenge. We'll be right back.
For better, for worse, till death do us part. Love, love, love. Oh, kwa Maisha ya Ndoa. It's a beautiful thing. I will love you to the end of the world. For better, for worse, till death do us part. Love, love, love. Oh, kwa Maisha ya Ndoa.
Mr. and Mrs. Kirui now, well, back then it was just Philip and Winnie met how many years ago?
Oh, we've been married for 6 years.
So that is...
Maybe quoted for another 6 years.
12 years.
12
wow.
Years, yeah.
Met over 12 years ago. They fell in love after, I think it must have been love at first sight for Philip. Lakini alituliza kidogo, but they got married eventually after dating for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yes, getting my mathematics right here and confirming it with them. Well, they went through a phase whereby as some people started coming, or rather interfering with their relationship. But now they're here and they're telling us all about it. Well, at one point, a lady comes into Philip's life and they become a bit tight, but him is thinking, we're just friends. She can tell with a woman's instinct, she wants more than that. At that point, she gets brokenhearted, goes to study in Uganda, meets a young man, and of course just thinks within herself, this is a good shoulder to lean on. Well, here they are to narrate that story for us. But just before we get into this next section, let me just brief you about what happens here. After amesoma kule Uganda na amerudi Kenya, they meet at your brother's wedding.
Yeah.
And they look at each other and they're like, hey, we still love each other. Unamuuliza uende kwao?
Yeah. Zile na mwanga. What was amazing, kumbe after tuli break, already she was in our lives. And she was still a friend of my family. My brother actually akamweka kwe one of the maids against my will. And she is a friend of my bro and my sister-in-law. Then she appeared and we are supposed to work together. When I saw her, nikajua kweli kumbe nilikuwa nimetupa mbao. Yes.
Wow.
That was the first time I was seeing after a while. And I'm like, so we met in my brother's wedding. After hapo, we didn't chat so much. But after there, I decided that I'll come to her home.
So
I didn't tell her.
You were telling me when
I walked. This one, I came from town. It was very hot. It was in January.
During the short break, ulikuwa naambia you walked.
Yeah, I was there. I walked. I walked from my home. Mpaka kule, I didn't take any nini. Because I wanted to process and think, what am I going to tell her?
Yeah.
And I was in a suit, suit.
Suit inajua.
Mazee suit.
Hey,
black,
Hey.
Yeah.
Black suit, jua,
Yeah.
going to Kinawini's. He comes. What happens?
He came for tea. Yeah, because he loved my tea.
Wewe ni mwerevu kwa sababu uliona anaweza enda. So kasema sasa hapa ni marriage haraka haraka.
Sister, nilijua this lady anataka mtu serious. But I was not serious, but after that break nikajua there is more into life than just hanging around. Until we are tight friends until when. So because I'm keeping her from getting other men and she's keeping me from getting other ladies.
So you decided to propose to her and get married.
I proposed and I proposed and it was awesome, and we even set the dates for our wedding and everything.
What happens just before you get into your wedding or before you get married?
Of course, the challenges, I remember one of the biggest, many things happened good, but one of the biggest challenge, I lost my job.
So wewe ndio ulikuwa na kazi sasa hivyo?
Yeah. 1 month to the wedding.
1 month to the
Yes.
wedding. Oh my goodness, and you're supposed to be the breadwinner. Sasa mliingia kwa marriage aje?
Wow, it was
fire,
it was
by
hell. Tulikuwa lazima ni moto hapa sasa.
Yeah. 1 year it
Kwa
was.
nyumba ati the one is supposed to provide.
And the
Bible says it's the man is supposed to provide. So in this case, I have to shield him. I have to pay all the bills. I have to buy the food. I have to do what? But we really had to use my money now. Yeah. So
was it enough?
It wasn't enough. By that time, we were not being paid well. You know about MKU when it was being started. Yeah, it was not very stable. So they couldn't pay a lot, and bado tunaendelea ku stabilize. So we still had to work with the money that we have.
So you work with that money?
Yeah.
For how long?
For close to 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. At that point, has baby come?
No. No.
So first year,
First year,
second year, third year, up to date.
very important for you to hear. These people are here to say this. They have not had a baby for
6 years.
But the thing about you guys, yani tu mna glow, especially for the lady. Yani, you're just looking really nice, radiant, happy, contented. What is the secret?
The secret is God. But of course, siwezi waambia ladies ati wenye wanatagemea mtoto ati hakuna stress. Because our plan was immediately after the wedding, kwanza on the honeymoon night, I wanted to conceive. Because nilikuwa nataka nifuatanishe watoto. Number 1, 2, 3 kama ni 4 nimalize. But kumbe, first year, nothing. Second year, nothing. So me, I was so depressed. I was so stressed out, nilikonda. I think I even had pimples. I even became dark at some point. Because I was wondering, kwani ni nini? Kwani si when a man and a woman meets a baby?
Yes.
So what is the story? Yeah. You go to the doctor, you are checked, you number, you're okay. So you're wondering, kwani, what is this? Ifike the third year sasa, we had to sit down with my husband and agree now. Namwambia nyewe kitu ya nini na stress. Because hata ilikuwa inainterfere sisi na communication, because ilikuwa nakasirika haraka. I get irritated. My friends went along at the same time wempata watoto. So
and you know a woman's pride is one mtoto.
Yeah, I want to show.
Yes.
Kwa kuonekana kama mimi si ni mwanamke. Lazima mtoto.
So at what point, what really changed that you guys are okay, like without a baby, but life inaendelea? Philip.
Okay, I think number one is I reflected back where we've come from. There are so many people who watu wakaanza kuingia kwa kutupatia my advice, especially relatives. Relatives, you know, we are having this is I've married a lady from a different maybe tribe. And people start giving you suggestions.
Fanya hivi, fanya hivi.
Get to a point it becomes frustrating, and I started fighting for her. I felt like now I think she knows more of my issues than even them. Now, what I'm going to do is let's ask God.
Very important for every young man or actually husband who's watching, and your wife has something that may not look very perfect in the eyes of the society. It is your position to shield her. The same thing for the wife or woman. Make sure you shield your husband. Just before we get to you,
yes, sir.
This really affects women. What did you make a decision? Did you decide, I mean, at this point, I will not worry, or what really happens?
Yeah, because you know, after some time, I told you, the first 2 years was so depressing.
Yes.
And you see that time I'm a lecturer. I have to go to class and teach students. Yes. You know, you cannot go stand before students. It is going to be a journalist. Unaambia unafaa kung'ara, unafaa kukaa aje, na mimi nakaa vitu zingine. Unaona? So niliona ni kama inani affect everything. You know, something that affects you physically, emotionally is not good. Yes. We had to sit down with my husband, prayed about it, fasted about it, and asked God now. We just decided to let go. God's will be done. Be done. Wow. Even when tuliamua, when you let God, God comes in, and now to God take the lead. Now, you know, we are also in ministry. Yes. I'm a church leader, kiongozwa kina mama. I'm in the praise and worship team. Is also in the praise and worship team. So you know, you're always in front of people. Yes. So you're wondering how are you going to lead guys to God? Now mwenyewe uko chini. So when you decide to have fun, we decided to have fun in the ministry together. We just told God, now it is, you know, use us for your glory. So you decided to be easy, relax, enjoy. Mr. Kirui.
Yeah, we have our fun. I was able to align myself with people who are reasonable. I kept off people who have negative energy. Then Mungu akatubariki. You know, like we are now parents of like around 6 young guys.
Yani umesimamilia harusi 6.
Harusi 6. Na hao watoto wetu wamebarikiwa na watoto.
So you're the parents, you're the grandparents, and your grandparents.
Imagine. Sasa kila siku tunaitwa masherehe. Tukashindwa tutakuwa nenda na sherehe na tumekasirika. Na pia Mungu we are seeing God blessing us through our people who watoto wetu. Yes. And you know, we came to realize that kuna vitu ambavyo vina define nini furaha. Mungu alitupatia tu a certain kind of a joy. And we became relaxed. After our third year, tuliacha stress. Hata watu wanashangaa watu kwani what they are planning. And when we interact na wale watu ambao hawajui, mwingine anakuwa kwani mmejaribu, we just laugh in our hearts. Because unajua huyu hajui mahali tumetoka.
Exactly.
And we have our fun. We travel a lot.
Wow.
Yeah,
Both
we
of
travel.
you?
Yeah, we travel a lot. In fact, I think we're supposed to go to Tanzania in the coming week.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
So you've just decided, yes, let us have fun. Let us continue with life.
Let's continue with life.
And to have honeymoon until we'll have a child.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, we're still in our honeymoon.
And by the way, it's a decision we had to make because it was not easy. Remember, kuna watu ambao my age mates
Yes.
wanabarikiwa na watoto. Some of them even have two. Wengine, and they change their talk. Wakati mko pamoja unaona they are scared of talking about children. Wasi to heart. Wengine hata watu invite events zao za happy birthdays za watoto. They don't know how we are going to take it.
But what they don't know is that you're really over it and you've surrendered to
so
God.
So much over it and
God, because God's time is always the best.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because kama ni maombi we have prayed, we have fasted. By the way, it's our culture in my family. Every year, in the beginning of the year, we stop everything. We go to a prayer hill and pray. Like 3 days as God wills.
Wow.
Na imetu sustain all every year since we got married. January we know we have a date, the way we begin our year, and we see God's faithfulness in each and every
through that
all
year.
through atunaga stress.
Wow.
I want to reach out to the men out there, the husbands. God has called you for a particular purpose. It's not si ati ni kawaida tu wewe umepatiwa familia. Wewe ni priest katika familia yako. Kuna vitu ambavyo itabidi mpaka wewe mwenyewe uombe ili Mungu aweze kufungua njia. Mke hawezi kuombea ya kutosha. You have a responsibility kama priest wa familia yako. Lakini tunasema kuwa if we can be able to take our responsibility as men in the family, do the prayer, be the priest, all will be well. Mungu awabariki sana.
Now, to the wives out there. Sana wale wamekaa bila watoto kama mimi miaka 6 hivi. What I want to tell you is that live your life. Don't be stressed out. If you're in ministry, do your ministry to the fullest. Maybe God wants you to use you right now because anajua pengine ukipata mtoto hautakuwa na time na yeye. Live your life. Take care of your career. Jichunge. Unajua kuna wale pia hata siku hizi atameka hapajipaki because atajapata watoto. Sijui wataki kwenda out na mzee sijui nini. Go out with your husband. Take care of your husband. Cook because your husband is your firstborn. He's your child. Cook for your husband and then out, travel out. Make sure you take care of yourself. Usijiwachilie, and most of all, pray and fast. That will open all doors and God will bless you.
Very good point to end this. Hatunanga stress. Like they said, Mr. and Mrs. Kirui, beautiful journey of their marriage. And I love the spirit in them, that through the difficulties and the challenges they've been through, they've decided to let go and let God. Yeah. I would want to pose that very same question to you. Are you letting go and letting God in your marriage? Remember what we always say in Maisha and Ndoa, your marriage must stand. Their story is a letter to read from and learn. God bless you and thank you so much for tuning in to Maisha and Ndoa.
Love is a beautiful thing. To love you is a gift from above. Love is a beautiful thing. I will love you to the end of the world. For better, for worse, till death do us part.